Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War video. Today I have some pre-recorded siege battles because thankfully there are some people that still enjoy them and want to see how I am doing. But before I go and turn those on and show it to you guys, I do want to show you guys how I did the past siege. So if I go to the info, we can see that I was first place. I did get 235 contribution. A lot of these strong guildmates are currently kind of Mia, not playing. They have better things in life to do, which is great. So I thought that we weren't going to win in this siege battle, but thankfully we were able to get the win. My defenses did really well, so I want to show you guys how my defenses were doing because it is kind of like the middle of the season, or is it? I'm not exactly sure. But let's look at the let's look at my defenses, and I'm currently running 9. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm running 8. I could add 2 more. However, I think I don't have the units and the runes to make a okay enough defense to get the win rate that I want. So if we look at the defense logs of these defenses, the first one is the Carcano Iris Triana, which is doing really well, 27-8. And has a total record of 105 wins and 50 losses, so that's awesome. Another OG defense that I've been running for a few seasons, the Zenobia Clara China, 30 wins and 16 losses, and a total of 97 wins and 50 losses here. And the next one is my Carcano Escher Triana, and you can see it has a 4-2 record. Nothing much. It hasn't been put into a tower as often as I wanted it to be. But it has a 4-2 record, so positive record and happy with how it's doing. The next one is my More Savannah Cocky, and you can see it's doing much better, 35 wins and 19 losses after I made the change to my Cocky to be a violent build. The overall record is 44 wins and 37 losses, but most of the losses was from last season when the Cocky was on a fatal build. And really I could have just taken off the defense and put them right back in the beginning of the season, but I kind of wanted it to redeem itself, and it apparently did. You can see that it is definitely in the positive now. The next one is my Sierra Orion Perna, and I didn't think it was going to do this well. You can see it has 29 wins and 18 losses. I think this is the first season I put it up. I did run a similar defense past seasons, but it wasn't an Orion, it was a Lauren. But with the Orion buff, with the Perna buff, I brought this defense back, and apparently it is doing well. You can see it's a positive win rate. Now the next defense, look at that, my LD defense. And I know that this defense is definitely not FTP because there's 2 LD Nat 5s, but 60 wins and 20 losses. Yeah, this defense is doing really well. And you can see the cumulative record is 97 wins and 34 losses. I posted a record of this recently on YouTube saying that it was a beautiful record. So, and I did put a link on that where the video is all about this defense and how I ruined it up. So if you guys are interested, please search through my channel. It should all be there. The runes, nothing has changed. The next one is the Jingzhe, Juno, and Wusa 11-5. This was like my leftover runes and my leftover units, and I was trying to figure out what I could do with these units, and this was something that was working because Wusa and Juno were somewhat well ruined, well as the Wind Monkey is just a good unit, so I just brought them together and they're working well. So the defense record is 11-5, and then I've only used them this season, so not a lot of cumulative record. Again, I did not make a video of this defense, but if you guys are interested in the runes, please put a comment below and I'll be happy to make a very short video on it. Nothing special, but I believe the Wind Monkey and the Wusa's on Violent Destroy, while as the Juno's on Despair Broken or Despair Shield, something like that, because again, leftover runes. Now the last defense, I'm gonna bring it up like this because you guys can't see it because of my face, is the Galleon Clara and Lucas. Somebody recommended this defense because I was debating on what kind of damage dealer I could use, and they said, hey, they gave Lucas to everybody, why don't you use Lucas, he's such a great unit. And I switched out the Kamun for a Galleon because I do think Galleon is a better offensive defense unit, so I went with that. And a second Clara that I was able to get pretty fast, at least 296 or something like that. Yeah, but 6-2 again, no cumulative records because this is the first time I used this defense. This is also one of those defenses where I did not make a video because it was right around the time I got that comment saying that I was making too many videos that are the same. Because of that, I did not go with uploading this video or editing this video. But if you guys are interested in this defense, please put a comment below and I will be happy to, bring back the raw footage and edit it and post it up. Hi guys, before we start the video, if you are interested in any of the account services you see in this video or my past videos, please go to the descriptions below and join my Discord channel. All the information you need is there. Also, if you enjoy my content and want to support me and my channel financially, please join my Patreon, which there is also a link in the descriptions below. By joining, there is a chance you can win a free account improvement in the content you want in Summoners War, and also free to ask for help whenever you are stuck in the game. I try to be more of a direct help to my Patreons, so there is a high chance I will help you with your account. Just remember to be respectful to each other and we can schedule a time that works. That is it, and let's continue with the video. Okay, so this was my first battle in... This is G1 Siege, so my first battle against a John, Chandra, and Perna. This defense still works in G1. Yes, in G1, guys. If you're in G2, G3, you'll see less and less of these defenses unless they're really ruined well or really fast, I guess. They have to have some kind of surprise. But in G1, they're kind of like the generic defense where, yes, it can work if they go in a certain order, but most likely the opponent will outspeed, go first, and start off the fight by killing off 1 or 2 units. And that's what I exactly did in this battle. I brought in the Copper Bulldozer. And I'll show you guys the runes here shortly. I don't do this for all of the fights because I keep forgetting. But you see that I go right in. I killed the Chandra first because Chandra could put the defend on the John, and I didn't want that. 64k, he has some artifacts that reduce damage because my copper does like 69k usually. There goes my bulldozer, 28k each. I think the John didn't have any artifacts. Then we just work on the Perna, which is pretty easy because we have a lot of stuns and we have 2 wind units that are fairly tanky. I really wish he went for the copper because my copper is much tankier, but I give the boost to Copper so that Copper could take another early turn, and then my bulldozer goes and ends that match. So this was my second match, and I saw that it had a Leah Tiana, and with Leah, it's a good offense unit, but I think in defense, it's really not that good because the damage output is based off of how much speed you have more than the opponent, and there's one unit in the entire game where he makes all the units his speed in the battlefield, and that is Leo. So by taking Leo, I knew that the Leo won't do a lot of damage, and with Alexandra, I was hoping that the units will kind of soften themselves, like taking damage and damage, reflect damage, and then the Leo just cleaning everybody up. So that was my thought process. So I just took in 2 units. I didn't show the runes on this one because I forgot, like I said. I think I tried to go for the Tiana first because I didn't want the pushback, but it was kind of weird because I knew that I should have known that they're much faster than my team. But you could see Leah did almost no damage to my Alexandra. She just took just as much damage actually, and she'll just keep hitting herself. You can see that her HP is going down just as much as Alexandra's HP is going down. So the Tiana just killed herself, and at this point, it's a free game. I think if my Leo was a Vampire Leo, it would have been an easy 1v3, but my Leo is in double will guard or double will endure due to my arena offense, so I couldn't do that. This was the next battle against a Vigor, Garo, Leo. I brought in this really random team with my Wind Monkey, my Antares, and the Riley. I think I should really thought better on how I wanted to do run this team. I think I could 2v3 this if I put in some thought, but I was in a rush and I really don't like thinking. Reason why you see me not getting too many 10 10s in G1 Siege when I have the rune quality and the units. But nonetheless, I brought in this team, and I believe I did show the runes for this. Let's see if I do. It's taking a while. There you go. So yeah, I'm doing Zay and my Antares plus the Riley that was missing an artifact. I didn't bother to give her an artifact because I think it didn't bring in too much. This was actually pretty close. There was a chance for me to lose, because if the Antares dies too quickly, I might have trouble killing the Garo. I didn't get a defense break on the Vigor, which is kind of bad. I really wanted a defense break. Here comes a defense break from his side. If his Garo hit a little harder, I would have been screwed. At this point, I used up all my heals, so the defense break is going to stick on the Antares, which actually kills the Antares off. See, he has heal block. I can't heal him up. I was gonna just use skill 1 to try to heal him, but I couldn't do that. Just put up a will, and the Leo did go for the Antares, killing him off. And then I killed the Vigor here, and it was really a matter of a proc for me to kill the Garo now. I think I tried to just go for the Leo first because Leo was more of an easy kill. If I just get a defense break and a few hits, then I know Leo was gonna die. I was just hoping that, yes, I get that stun so that he has no chance of going for that skill 2 and killing one of my units off. But thankfully that didn't happen. Or maybe he derped, I'm not sure. But if he got the skill 2 on the Wind Monkey and killed him, I would have lost. But here, really again, like I said, it's just a matter of a proc. If I get a proc from my Wind Monkey, then I'll be able to kill the Garo. In the end, I would want anyways, because the Wind Monkey is on a destroy build, the Garo's HP will be destroyed up to like 20-30%, and at that point it's really easy to actually just kill the Garo. I think we get one right here, right after this turn. Defense break and then proc, yep, and that sealed the deal. Okay, so this was the next fight. It was against a Carcano, Vigor, and Triana. This is a very common team that I use against Vigor teams, a straight up counter to the Vigor teams, and that's why I think Vigor teams, the Carcano Vigor teams, are no longer that popular. I think the Escher has a much higher win rate if you get it built right, and obviously if you have the Iris, it's much better there. But I took in this team because I knew that I was going to win. There is a way to lose, and that's if the Vigor and Carcano procs a lot, especially the Carcano. If he gets some lucky procs and kills off the Chloe early, then we're in trouble. Here they all have wool. I couldn't really do anything. I tried to go for the Vigor, I believe. No, I went for the Carcano. Here, if he procced there, I would have lost. Like proc twice and got another skill 1 onto the Chloe, I would have lost. My twins are much slower than before because I am now using them for raid, and they have less efficient runes, meaning they're not hitting as hard and they're not as tanky as before because their other violent runes or will runes were swapped out for the other defenses. But thankfully this was enough and I was able to get the win. Yeah, see how my twins are not exactly going one after the other. That's because there's a little speed difference. Okay, but that was a win right there. Now this was the next fight, and I made a big mistake in this fight. I should have went for the Triana first, but I went for the Lucas first, and I procced the Triana. I didn't get another turn, and the Carcano is. This Carcano is definitely a speed crit damage attack Carcano because he had no HP, but he was hitting really hard. So I think I lose twice to this defense, which is actually really bad. And this one, I forgot to show the runes, so sorry about that. I do go first. You see he has no will, and I do get the defense break on the Triana. Oh, I don't. Maybe that's why I didn't go for it. I think that was my losing condition. Right there. And he procs? No, he doesn't. But I already used skill 2. Kill the Lucas here. I got a proc. It's really lucky there. But he's gonna go for the Lucas, my only damage dealer, and it's over. I had to kill the Carcano here, but I didn't get it. And I had to kill the Carcano here. Still didn't get it. And that was it. Boom. 35k. So my Carcano hits just as hard, but tanky. But I think this Carcano wasn't tanky. And my Clara isn't really tanky either. Another 38k on my Galleon, so that was it. So I used one of my better offenses, and my defense that's working really well, which is the Carcano Iris Triana. And this is sad to watch. This is sad to watch because I thought I was gonna win pretty easily too. But his Carcano actually, wrecks my team. So he's on Violent Revenge, which is a popular build. I have one build like that. I really want to kill the Triana. 28k. So mine definitely hits less hard. I was wrong. I thought mine would hit just as hard. Mine hits less hard. 32k right there on my Iris. Almost killed her. I wasn't able to save the Iris. If I killed the Lucas there, I would have won. And here, 34k on the Lucas. But he kills my Carcano with one hit, 37k. And that was a tanky Carcano too. So you can see I'm like, just sitting there. But there's no way that I could win. There's no way I could win. Because I have to move. He'll get a defense break. 35k there. I need to get some lucky procs. 15k. There you go. Yeah, so that was it. So I go into it again. I don't stop, guys. I don't stop. I go into it again with my other Carcano team, which is the other Carcano, Triana, and Escher. So I really hope that I win this one. Thankfully, we have a lot of heals in this team. And we are slightly faster. We got a lucky proc. We procced him right away. So you could see that he's not tanky. He's a very hard-hitting Carcano, that's it. 8k. That was 8k and he's half health already. That was a hard hit. Thankfully, I had my Triana passive. I killed the Carcano right here. We get a lucky proc. Maybe I won only because of the proc. That could be true. But the other past 2 games, you only won because he procced. Well, actually, the other 2 games, I'm not exactly sure, but... but you win, you lose because of procs. That's the whole point of this game. And this Triana is actually on a destroy build. It's not on crit damage, but she has a good amount of crit rate, and she has a lot of attack, so she hits just as hard as the crit damage one. There you go, 29k. And that was it. That was my redemption. Just kidding. I actually lost, guys, okay? I lost twice and then won once. It's a loss. And so this was my next battle, and you could see that it's interesting and you don't see it as much these days, but the one counter for this Carcano Escher Triana was the Miho, because usually, well, for higher tier guilds especially and higher tier players, the Escher is also on crit rate or crit damage build, so they crit a lot, and the Carcano usually always crits, and the Triana usually always crits too because they're on crit rate build. So Mio is such a good counter to this defense because they will all target the Mio, most likely, because if Carcano hits the Mio once, Mio will be really low, and after that it's a piece of cake. The Escher will always hit the Mio, and the Triana will, again, if only hit the Lulu or the Miho. I was hoping the Lulu will bring in enough sustain, and then my Light Cat, which everybody knows that I really love, but I haven't been showing that these days, brought her right in. So let's look at this battle. So I already lost twice, 10 battles and 2 losses already. See, going for the Mio. He didn't crit much, so I was a little afraid that this Escher was going to kill me, but you saw the damage. It was only like 2k if he crits and 1k if he doesn't crit. So with the vampire build, with the heals from the Lulu, I was really hoping that we could survive this. I was also scared how that Carcano was not critting. Another violent Carcano with revenge. So this Trion was on destroy. I keep putting up counter attack from the Zhang Lao. I forgot her name. Another miss crit, which is pretty insane. And thankfully it goes well. Even with the defense break, we are able to survive. He doesn't hit too hard, and I think my Mio at this point kills off. Oh no, we just get this done. But now we know that the passive is gone, and that's just more than enough, because we are actually not that slow and we are getting a lot of counters due to the crits. So we do get some lucky stuns, and we are chipping off his HP little by little, which allows us to just kill him like that. And after this, it just takes some time because we have no defense break, so we have to kind of rely on the revenges we're getting to put in some more damage, which is exactly what's happening. Which is, yeah. See, the revenge is all putting in the damage. I really wanted to see my light cat do some more control, because she does control, she absorbs attack bar, but for some reason this Escher resisted a lot, and you do see that in this game. See another resist. Well, that he has will there. Kill Emir, and then it's only the Triana, which is pretty easy to deal with the light cat, because again she controls attack bar. But again, he's resisting. I guess this team overall just really had a lot of resist and didn't focus on too much damage because they weren't critting as much as I thought, but they're resisting a whole lot. There you go, decrease attack bar, and that was it. Okay, so this was the next battle. It was a Skogul, Vigor, and Kaki against a Carcano, Vigor, Triana, another Carcano, Vigor, Triana defense. And I was just hoping that the 100 res Skogul will be able to tank out the Carcano, and with the Kagi, if we get an early kill on the Carcano, it will be a free win. I do show the runes for this one, just my leftover will runes with some Endure and Guard, and I don't show the rest for some reason. Kind of slow, right? He's actually really slow. My Vigor is only plus 120, 130 speed, but they're really slow, and the Carcano is really squishy, so I think this was more of a weaker guildmate that put their defense up. I mean, yes, it does bring out, I mean, it's still worth, because I had to use some of my better units for this defense because I don't know the rune quality of these defenses. So if I have to use a better team, a better ruined team that I used often for a defense like this that really doesn't have great runes, it's a win for the guild. But this Triana was going ham, sleeping all the time. It's like a Hathor. But we did kill the Triana, and it's only the Vigor left, which we just easily kill with the rock. Boom. Okay, this was my last battle. I really wanted to find something that I could 1v3, but I wasn't able to find it in this guild battle, in this siege battle, so I had to leave one attack left. But this was my last battle against John, Chandra, and Ariel? No, what's that name? I forgot his name. Artemil. I really don't like this team because it just shouts solution, so that's what I did. And just to get some extra damage, I believe I switched out the lead with the Belager, because Belager has a 44 attack lead for guild battles, and unless that John is on plus 170 speed, it's an easy win for our team. And that's exactly what happened, and that was it for the battles. And with that battle, I was able to get 235 contribution, so 120 coming from the battles because I lost twice, and then 115 coming from my defenses, meaning it got 23 wins, right? 23 wins in defense. And most of it was from the L&D defense. But yeah guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was it for the last siege. I just kind of wanted to do this. I had to pre-record it because I was working. I had to pick up my parents that was coming into the States, so sorry about that, but I hope this gave enough information on how I did and how my defenses are doing. Again, if you guys are interested on how I built my defenses, I have all the videos up, but except 2. But again, if you are interested in those videos as well, please put a comment below and I'll be happy to edit those videos and upload them. But yeah, that was it, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.